Hello everyone, this is Nagashri. Today we have to discuss about Chapit's method. It is a general method for finding the complete solution of nonlinear first order partial differential equations. Now let us see the working rule. First we have to write the given equation in the form of f of x, y, z, p, q is equal to 0 and call it as equation number 1. Next we have to differentiate equation number 1 partially with respect to x, y, z, p and q. Then we will get fx, fy, fz, fp and fq. Then we have to find the Chapit's auxiliary equation, which is of the form dx divided by minus fp, that is equal to dy divided by minus fq, that is equal to dz divided by minus p into fp minus q into fq, that is equal to dp divided by fx plus p into fz, that is equal to dq divided by fy plus q into fz, and call it as equation number 2. Then solve the Chapit's auxiliary equation with the given equation number 1. Then find the values of p and q in terms of x, y, z. Then the complete solution of given nonlinear PDE, which is of the form dz is equal to p into dx plus q into dy. Then substitute the values of p and q. Then integrate on both sides. Then we will get the complete solution for the given PDE. And try to find the values of p and q in such that the equation 3 can be easily integrable. Now let us see the example. Solve by using Chapit's method. Z is equal to pq. First we have to write the given equation in the form of f of x, y, z, p, q is equal to 0. That is, we have to write z is equal to pq in the form of z minus pq is equal to 0 and call it as equation number 1. That implies f of x, y, z, pq is equal to z minus pq. Then we have to differentiate f partially with respect to x, y, z, p, q. First we have to find the partial differentiation of f with respect to x, that is fx. While differentiate partially with respect to x, other variables as treated as a constant. With respect to x, z is treated as a constant. So differentiation of z with respect to x is 0. Similarly, pq are all constant. Therefore, differentiation of pq with respect to x is 0. Therefore, fx is equal to 0. Similarly, fy is equal to 0. Then we have to find fz, that is for differentiate f partially with respect to z. Differentiation of z with respect to z is 1 minus differentiation of p with respect to z is 0 and q is also constant. Therefore, differentiation of pq is equal to 0. Then we have to find fp, that is equal to, with respect to p, z is treated as a constant. Therefore, this is 0 minus q is a constant with respect to p. The differentiation of p is 1. Therefore, minus q, and differentiate f partially with respect to q. With respect to q, minus p is treated as a constant and differentiation of z is 0 and minus p is treated as a constant. Differentiation of q is 1. Therefore, fq is equal to minus p. Therefore, the Chapit's auxiliary equation is dx divided by minus fp, that is equal to dy divided by minus fq, that is equal to dz divided by minus p into fp minus q into fq, that is equal to dp divided by fx plus p into fz, that is equal to dq divided by fy plus q into fz, and call it as equation number 2. Then substitute the values of fp, fq and fz, fx and fy. Then we will get dx divided by fp is minus q, therefore minus into minus plus, this is q, that is equal to dy divided by minus into fq is minus p, so minus into minus plus p, that is equal to dz divided by minus p into minus q, that is pq, and minus q into minus p, that is plus pq. So total 2pq, that is equal to dp divided by fx is 0 and p into fz is 1, that is equal to dq divided by fy is 0 and q into 1 is q. Then we have to find the values of p and q. So I will consider last two ratios, that is dp divided by p, that is equal to dq divided by q, because it can be easily integrable. So integrate on both sides, then we will get log p is equal to log q. I will write the integral constant as log a, because integration of dx divided by x is equal to log x. Okay, then it is log p, and by using log property, log q plus log a can be written as log q into a. Then take exponential on both sides, then we will get p is equal to qa, call it as equation number 3. Then substitute the values of p in equation number 1, that is z minus, in the place of p we have to write q into a into q is equal to 0, z minus a q square is equal to 0. We want the value of q, therefore q square is equal to z divided by a. Then take square root on both sides, we will get q is equal to square root of z divided by a. Then the value of p is equal to root z by a into a. After simplification, it becomes p is equal to square root of az. Then substitute the values of p and q in the complete integral, that is dz is equal to p into dx plus q into dy, that is dz is equal to root of az into dx plus root of z divided by a into. Now it is difficult to integrate, therefore take root z as a common factor, that is dz is equal to root z into root a into dx plus 1 by root a into dy. Then it becomes dz divided by root z, that is equal to root a into dx plus 1 by root a into dy. Then integrate on both sides. We know that integration of dz divided by root z is 2 root z, that is equal to root a into integration of dx is with respect to x is x plus 1 by root a into integration of dy is y and plus integral constant b. This is the required complete integral of the given first order nonlinear PDE.